Welcome to the another module of optical communication. In this module, I am going to explain about the optical fiber structure and classifications of optical fibers. The optical fiber structure. So generally, the optical fiber is a cylindrical dielectric waveguide, and it is operates at optical frequency ranges. That means the optical fiber is operated as a waveguide. It is in the form of cylindrical form. The optical fiber, it is in the form of a cylindrical and it is a dielectric waveguide. This optical fiber, which is operate at the range of optical frequencies. So inside the optical fiber cable, the electromagnetic signals are transmitted, which are in the form of a light signals. Inside the optical fiber cable, we can transmit the electromagnetic signals that can be in the form of a light signals. The transmitted signals should be in the surface boundary. Okay. Whatever you are transmitting the light signals, that is always within the boundaries, and the light signal inside the fiber cable propagated in the direction parallel to its axis. It represents the general structure of a optical fiber here. Suppose we are transmitting the electromagnetic signals in the form of a light signal within its surface boundary, means this is the representation of cladding. This is represent the core. The light signal, it can be transmitted only in this boundary, within its surface boundary. Whatever the signal we are transmitted, that will be in the surface boundaries, and the light signal inside the fiber cable propagates in the direction parallel to its axis. Okay. Suppose if you are incident the light signal here, the incident light signal will propagate in the direction which is parallel to the axis. Suppose this is the axis, suppose this is the axis. So the inserted light signal which is propagated to the direction of the axis with parallel. Okay. Like suppose this is the axis of the fiber. So for this fiber axis, the incident signal here, let we are incident the signal here. This incident signal will reflected inside the waveguide. So the transmitted signal here, this signal which is in parallel with the axis, that is the representation of this point. The light signal inside the fiber cable propagated in a direction parallel to its axis. The propagation of signal through the fiber can be described in terms of a set of guided electromagnetic waves. Okay. So the transmitted signal means the propagated signal inside the fiber, through the fiber. It can be described, means we can define the propagation of light signal in terms of the electromagnetic waves, in terms of the electromagnetic waves, and it is called as the modes of waveguide, and it is called as the modes of waveguide. Means whatever the signal we are propagated, so that signal is the light signal which is in the form of electromagnetic waves. Yes, the electromagnetic waves are transmitted inside the fiber. These propagation of light waves or electromagnetic waves can determine the modes of the waveguide. Based upon the transmitted signal, we can determining the modes of the waveguide. These guided modes means the propagated signal or guided modes. It can gives the either electric or magnetic field distribution along the fiber. Okay. So generally, what is the mode? We are represented here. The propagation of signal through the fiber can be described in terms of the guided electromagnetic waves, and it is called as the modes. So what is the mode here? Actually, the mode, it represents the way of wave propagation. What it represents? It defines the way travels through the waveguide. Here, the mode, it defines the way in which the wave is transmitted through the fiber. In which way the light signal or the wave is transmitted, that is called as the mode. And it is also defines that how the wave is distributed in the waveguide. The mode, it represents the in which way the wave transmitted inside the fiber, or it can also determined as the how the wave is distributed in the waveguide. Not only the waveguide, the mode is represented in the space also. How the wave is distributed in the space, that is also represented as the mode. So based upon the propagation of a light signal, we can determining the modes of the waveguide. So these guided modes which have the electric and magnetic field distribution along the fiber. Okay. See the picture here. This picture will represents the optical fiber structure, means the optical fiber cable structure. So from this figure, this is the entire optical fiber cable. So for this optical fiber cable, inside you have the material. So this material, which is glass material, so it is in the form of a cylindrical form. So that's why in the first slide we are represented as the optical fiber is a cylindrical dielectric waveguide. So generally this optical fiber cable, which is in the form of a cylindrical, the inside the core material which is in the form of a cylindrical form, and this core which is surrounded by the material which is called as the cladding. Okay. And this cladding material again coated with the some material, so in order to protect the core or in order to protect the cladding. So and the outermost of this material which is arrow again surrounded by the material, that material is called as the jacket. Okay, so these materials which helpful to the protection of the core and cladding material. Okay, so this is the general structure of the optical fiber cable. So inside this core which is in the form of a cylindrical form, so here generally the core which is made up of the material, that is pure silica material. As shown in the figure, the optical fiber cable consists of a cylindrical form of core. See, this is in the form of a cylindrical core with refractive index of N1. So here the core which is having the refractive index, that refractive index is represented as N1. The core having the refractive index is N1. The cladding with refractive index of N2. So here you have another material that is surrounded by the material. That material is called as the glass material. Okay. The core which is surrounded by the cladding with a refractive index of N2. That means the optical fiber which have the two material inside the fiber, that is core and cladding. So both the core and cladding which have the different refractive indexes. Both the core and cladding which have the different refractive indexes. So you should remember one thing, the core should always greater refractive index as compared to the cladding. The core should have the greater refractive index as compared with the cladding. Then only the light signal will be transmitted through the optical fiber cable without any dispersions. Okay. The core is surrounded by the solid dielectric cladding which have the refractive index of N2 less than N1. As we have discussed now, the refractive index of core is N1 and the refractive index of cladding is N2. The N2 is always less than N1. That means the N1, the refractive index of core, should always greater than the refractive index of cladding. Okay. So actually what is the use of the cladding here? The cladding is not necessary for the propagating light signal along the axis of the fiber. Here the cladding which may not helpful to propagate the signal along the axis of the fiber, but we are using the cladding material in order to reduce the scattering losses, and it gives the mechanical strength to the fiber, and it is also protects the core. See the general structure. This core material is surrounded by the cladding. This cladding is not useful to propagate the light signal along the axis of the fiber. Let's assuming this is the center point of the core, it will be represents the axis. This point is represents the axis of the fiber. When the light signal is incident at the core level, means whenever the light signal is propagated inside the core, this light signal will propagate it in the boundaries of the surface. This light signal which is travel inside the boundary of the surface, not at outside of the surface. So that is completely depends upon the cladding, means which reduces the scattering losses. So whatever you are propagate the light signal, that will be travel inside the core only. That operation which can handle by the cladding. And this cladding which also gives the mechanical strength to the fiber. It gives the mechanical strength to the fiber, and it protects the core, material in standard optical fiber. So generally we are using the optical fibers which have some core material and cladding material. The core which is always made up of the material pure silica glass. That is the standard. The standard optical fibers, the core material is a pure silica glass, that is SiO2, silicon dioxide, and this core which is surrounded by the glass cladding. in order to protect the core, in order to reduce the scattering losses, we are using the cladding material. So actually here the core refractive index is varies based upon the composition of the material. So the refractive index of core may varies or may not varies. That is completely depends upon the composition of the material. Okay. Generally, we discuss about the refractive index of core is N1 and the refractive index of core cladding is N2. So here the refractive index of core may varies or may not varies. That is based upon the composition of the material. See here the variations in the material composition of the core, it gives the two types of fiber. Based upon the variations of the core material, so there will be two types of fibers are existed. In the case 1, suppose the refractive index of the core is uniform. Whatever you have the refractive index, that will be maintained constant throughout the abrupt change in the cladding boundary. So the refractive index of the core is uniform throughout and undergoes an abrupt change at the cladding boundary. Okay. If there is any change at the cladding boundary, but the refractive index of the core is always uniform. Whatever you have the changes at the cladding boundary, whatever you have the changes at the cladding boundary, those changes may not affect the refractive index of the core. So then the refractive index is uniform. This type of fiber is called as step index fiber. This type of fiber is called as step index fiber. And in case 2, the refractive index of the core is varying as the function of the radial distance from the center of the fiber axis. That means, suppose this is the core which is axis. So from this center of this axis, it have some radius. So the refractive index of the core is varying as the function of the radial distance. So whenever the radius of the core is varies, the refractive index also varies. If you are varying the radius of this core, then the refractive index is also varies as a distance. The refractive index of the core is varied, so that is based upon the radial distance from the center of the fiber axis. From the center of the fiber axis, it is called as the graded index fiber. Okay, thank you. In the next lecture we will discuss about the modes of the optical fiber, that is step index fiber and grade index fiber modes.